If you're seated in a chair, great. If you're seated on the floor in hero's pose, great. Regardless, have your knees straight out from your hips. And if you're seated on the floor, make sure your heels are right underneath your knees so that you're stacking the joints. And we're going to start with some gentle tapping. So starting from the hands and the wrists and the arms, just sort of use one arm to tap up and down. And then you can switch to the other arm, trying to make this sort of a fluid transition. So as you are tapping the hand, that turns into the other hand tapping the other hand, tapping up the arm, tapping down the arm, so that you're always sort of tapping something. And then the next time you come up towards the neck, you can start tapping the neck. You can get both hands involved now. The neck, the front of the neck, the back of the neck, the sides of the neck, the tops of the shoulders, maybe even the top of the back here, as high as you can reach. And then down the chest, along the rib cage, on the sides of the rib cage, you can cross here and just tap the whole upper body. You can lean forwards to get some of the back. Eventually you'll get to your hips, your thighs, the knees, shins, the calves, anywhere where you can reach now. And finally, the tops of the feet or the bottoms of the feet. And then when you're ready, slowly come to a comfortable seat. Find that tip in the pelvis so that you're centered in the hips. And then press down, see if you can reach the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. And almost imagine like the front of the body is lengthening up and the back of the body from the back of the head is melting down towards the floor. And you can even do this with the breath. You can close the eyes if that feels good. You can inhale and think about the air moving up the front of the body into the collarbones. And as you exhale, think about the air falling back down the back. And we all have different habits and tendencies. For some of us, being in this seat, sometimes the back gets short and your low ribs pop forward. And for some of us, the opposite happens. We tend to round in the back and the front of the body gets short. So see if you can find a midline. And it might not be the most obvious position for you. So you might have to fine tune a little bit and find a place where the low ribs are stacked on top of the hips and the shoulders are stacked on top of the low ribs. Pull the outside edges of the shoulders back and move the head back just slightly. And we'll take a few breaths together. When you're ready, let your exhale be deep and complete. Then inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Last time together, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Let the lips gently touch, breathe in and out through the nose. And start to blink the eyes open a few times. Wherever you are, I'm just going to turn so you can see me on the side. Bring your hands onto your knees, leaning forwards a little bit. And as you inhale, arch through the spine, pull the chest forwards, tilt the head up. And as you exhale, round through the back, spread the shoulder blades apart as you bring the chin to the chest. A few more times. Inhale, move the hips forwards, the low ribs forwards, the spine forwards. Exhale, pull the spine back, tipping from the hips. Now, if you're really cupping the knees with the hands, you can also use that to help. As you inhale, you're pulling the hands onto the knees so the shoulders move back. And as you exhale, you're pressing the knees into the hands to really help the pelvis curl under. Nice. Take one more round, finishing on your exhale. And as you inhale, come back to a neutral spine. Open the arms out into a T, maybe even bring the hands back slightly. You can pulse the hands back a little bit. And don't let the low ribs pop forward. Just do this with the shoulders, even if it's just a little micro movement. Take a slow breath in. And as you exhale, cross the arms right on top of the left so that the elbows are stacking and you're holding your opposite shoulders. As you inhale, lift the elbows. And as you exhale, bring the elbows down. Just one more time like that. Inhale, lift the elbows, holding on to the shoulders lightly. And exhale, bring the elbows down. Open the arms back into a T. Inhale. Exhale, left on top of right. Cross the arms. And then inhale to lift. And exhale to lower. One more time. Relax the hands in your lap and clasp the hands for a steeple grip. So just pointer fingers point up. Reach the arms forwards, pull the shoulders back, try to straighten the elbows, and then inhale to reach the arms up towards the ceiling. They don't have to be reaching straight up, but they're moving in that direction. Can you think about wrapping the outer arm away from you towards where you're looking? The outer arm turns forwards, almost like you're trying to open the armpit towards the front of the room. And as you inhale, look up, reach the fingers up. As you exhale, bring the chin to the chest. Inhale, look up. Exhale, look down. Two more times like that. It's okay if the elbows are micro bent, but you're working on straightening them. Last time, finishing on your exhale. And then slowly lower the hands down. Clasp the elbows, and then again, try to reach the arms up. Use the elbows holding on to the hands holding onto the elbows, sorry, and lift the elbows up towards the ceiling. Imagine you could lift the rib cage up out of the hips. The whole rib cage getting lighter like a balloon, being pulled up by the arms. Take a slow breath. Start to bring the arms down. And finally, while we're seated, bring the tops of the fingers to the tops of the shoulders. And we're going to take some twists. You can move slowly or quickly. As you inhale, you'll turn to the left. And as you exhale, you'll turn to the right. So it might be a slow breath like we're used to, or it could be pretty quick and you could make the breaths a little shorter and faster. Again, notice the tendency in the mid back to either press the low ribs forwards or bring the back ribs too far back. See if you can find that middle space. So while you're twisting on that even axis. Slow breath in. And exhale, release the arms. Let's all find a tabletop, hands and knees. Okay, let me move my chair out of the way. When you get to tabletop, as always, you're to stack the joints, knees under the hips, hands under the shoulders. We'll work on balance. So keep the right knee heavy. And as you inhale, lift the left leg straight back. And exhale, bring it down. Keep the left knee heavy. Inhale, lift the right leg straight back. And exhale, bring it down. Either continue like that or add the arms. As you inhale, left leg, right arm. Reach forwards and back. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, bring it down. Take 2 more rounds, moving slowly, like you're moving through honey. Keep the foot flexed, so you're stretching the back of the leg. Don't let the low ribs collapse as you lift. And the next time you lift your left leg, right arm, hold here. Turn the inner thigh up towards the ceiling. Lift the right hip up a little bit. Press that left hand down. Slow breath in. Exhale, bring the hand down, bring the knee down. Other side. Inhale, right leg lifts, left arm lifts. Flex the foot. Reach the heel back, reach the fingers forwards. Inner thigh spins up. Left hip lifts. Press into the right hand. Press into the left knee. As you exhale, bring the hand down. Bring the knee down. Okay, we're going to try gate pose. So start to stand on the knees. Bring the hands to the hips. If you need some extra cushion under the knees, now is a good time, either to double up your mat or to grab a blanket. And when you're ready, reach the right leg out to the side so that the right foot is in line with the knee. And for today, any foot variation for that right foot. So the right toes could be facing up towards the ceiling, or you could turn the foot so that the right toes are on the floor facing forwards. You could even point the toes out like a ballerina. Don't let the left hip pop out to the side. Pull the left hip in. I'm not mirroring you today. When you're ready, inhale to reach the arms up. Lift the right kneecap, straighten that leg. Bring the right hand down onto the leg. Lift the left arm up. Reach that right hand down the leg, tip, tip, tip. And hold. Don't let the left hip pop out. Maybe you lean the head back just a little bit. Strong right leg. From the left knee, lift into the left fingertips. And then inhale, come up. And we'll switch sides. So again, if you need some cushion under the knees, especially because sides can be different, take some cushion. Start with the hands on the hips so you can feel what the hips are doing. And then start to straighten that left knee out to the side. Again, any variation for the foot is okay today. Notice how that right hip already wants to do a lot of work. Pull it in so that the outer knee, the outer hip, and the outer shoulder are all in the same line. Lift the left kneecap. Keep that left leg really strong. Reach the arms up. Inhale. Keep that length in the rib cage. Bring the left hand down onto the left leg. Reach the right arm. Keep that length. And slowly bring that left hand lower on the leg, tipping over towards the side. Don't lose the work in the left leg. Don't lose the work in the right hip. Maybe lean the head back just a little bit. And as you inhale, slowly come back up to center. Bring the hands down, bring the knee down, downward facing dog. Give your knees a break. Lift the hips up and back. You can bend the knees here to help lengthen the low back. And then maybe bend and straighten one leg at a time. And when you're ready, find stillness. Press into the hands, reach the hips up and back. Let your exhale be deep and complete. And as you inhale, tip forwards to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hips pull you back. Inhale, plank. Exhale, down dog. One more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Bring the hands and the feet together, keeping the head heavy. So maybe you walk the hands towards the feet, maybe the feet towards the hands, maybe a little bit of both. Somewhere where you can keep the head down, head and neck weighted down towards the floor. Uttanasana, forward fold. Maybe your hands are on your shins for some support. Maybe you hold elbows. Maybe your hands are on the floor, maybe your fingertips. You can also bring blocks or something to bring the floor a little closer to you. Again, you can bend and straighten one leg at a time, feeling out the backs of the legs. And then hang here. Press into the feet. Imagine you could spread the backs of the thighs. Relax the belly, relax the upper body. Let the head pull down. Hands to shins. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, come all the way up to stand Tadasana. Reach the arms down at your sides. Lift the chest. If you're at the back of the mat, start to walk the feet forwards towards the front of the mat. We'll do a few rounds of sun salutations. Feel free to modify, to take extra breaths in different poses, especially for the first few. Lift the kneecaps, weight in the heels, lift the chest, reach the arms. Lift the back of the head. Slow breath in. Slow breath out. Inhale, reach the arms up, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands and step back to plank. You can lower down or you can be on the knees instead. Maybe you just hold plank. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, elbows in, lower onto your belly. Inhale, baby cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, either child's pose or downward facing dog or something in between, some inversion where the hips are higher than the head. No wrong answers. These sun salutations are not about doing the exact poses. They're about changing the orientation of the spine. It's a lot of some flexion, some extension, some lengthening. So as long as the spine is moving in the right direction, you're doing it right. Here, the spine is tipped downwards from the hips towards the head. Take one more breath. And then take a slow inhale as the feet come to the hands, halfway lift.
Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, look up. Exhale, Tadasana, lower the arms. Let's do 2 more times. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, dive forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, halfway. Exhale, Chaturanga, step back, maybe lower down. Inhale, maybe baby cobra, maybe upward facing dog. Let the hips hover off the floor. Exhale, downward facing dog, hips move you up and back. As always, sometimes it's nice to lift the hands up onto blocks for downward facing dog. Really try to reach the heels towards the floor, pressing into the hands, head and neck heavy, looking towards the feet. Long spine here. Take 1 more breath. And then inhale, both feet forward, halfway lift. No rush. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. Last time, feel free to take breaks. Inhale, reach the arms. Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Uttanasana fold. You know where we're going. You can take your time. Halfway lift, Ardha. Exhale, plank, Chaturanga. Inhale, Urdhva Mukha Svanasana or Bhujangasana. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana or Balasana, child's pose. Anything in between is fine. Anything where the hips are higher than the head. You could be on elbows and knees. Notice what the room looks like upside down. Notice this is probably our 6th downward facing dog. So how is this one different than the first one? Maybe you're getting a little tired, maybe a little bit more open. Slow breath. When you're ready, use a long inhale to bring both feet forward, halfway lift. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, reach the arms, Urdhva Hastasana. And exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. Shake it out if you need to. We're going to do 1 round of Sun B. And we're going to take it a little bit slow because we're going to add something to it. So when you're ready, we're going to start in a chair pose. If you like, sometimes it's nice, I've been teaching this in my in-person classes, to step the feet forwards with your back on the wall and take a wall sit instead of chair pose. It's the same thing, it's chair pose, but you can keep the spine extended. You can tuck the shoulder blades so that they're pressing up against the wall. You can press into the heels and you try to relax the belly and let the legs do the work. This is option 1 for chair pose. If you're going to be in option 2, we're not going to stay as long because it's more annoying. So when you're ready, find Tadasana. And as you inhale, chair pose, sink the hips low, maybe thumbs to sternum, maybe arms forward, maybe arms up, doesn't matter. We'll take 2 more breaths wherever you are. On that second exhale, you're going to come to a forward fold. So if you're not at the wall, you can just forward fold. If you are at the wall, lift the hips, straighten the legs, and just tip forwards, lifting the sitting bones up the wall. So you should feel your hips tipping as you forward fold against the wall, pressing into the feet. Head and neck heavy. Press firmly into the feet. Relax the spine towards the legs. On your next inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins, wherever you are, lift the spine. And exhale, plank. So if you're up against the wall, you can move away, plant the hands, and step back. Look forwards, maybe bring the knees down if you need to. Exhale to lower onto your belly, maybe halfway instead. Inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay. Inhale to lift the right leg up towards the ceiling, maybe on the knees instead. Exhale to step the foot between the hands. You can use your hand to help it all the way up. Bring the back foot down on an angle, setting up for warrior one. Keep the back heel heavy, bend into the right knee. Inhale, sweep the arms forwards and up. Hold on to the left wrist. Keep that left side of the chest long. And exhale to hinge towards the right. Keep the knee, right knee reaching forwards. The left foot reaching back. Inhale to come back to center. And exhale, bring the hands down, step back to plank. Again, you can be on the knees, look forwards. Exhale to lower or hold plank. Inhale, take a back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Not staying long. You can be on the knees instead. When you're ready, inhale, lift the left leg. And exhale, bring it forwards. Back heel down on an angle. Bend into the left knee, sweep the arms forwards and lift up. Ooh, find your balance. Press into the feet, bend into the left knee. Hold the right wrist. Exhale, side bend towards the left. Look straight ahead. Take one more breath. Inhale back to center and exhale, bring the hands down. Again, plank, step back. Take a back bend as you inhale, strong legs. Forward fold, downward facing dog, exhale. You can come down to the knees and take a break in child's pose. You can come down to the knees and take a break in baby dolphin. There's no rush. Slow breath. As you inhale, bring both feet forward, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, press into the feet, reach the arms up. And exhale, lower the arms, Tadasana. Okay. We're going to eventually make our way into half moon pose, which is notoriously challenging. I like to use blocks. If you don't have blocks, you don't need blocks. You can also use a chair instead of blocks if you don't have blocks. But you want them towards the front and the back of your mat at their highest height. And if you only have one, you can switch it around later. It also might be nice to have your back up against a wall, but if you don't have that today, don't worry about it. When you're ready, step the right foot to about halfway on the mat, in the middle of the mat, and then step the left foot wide for warrior two. So the left heel is out slightly. The right foot is facing straight along that line of the mat. And then bend into the right knee. Don't let the left hip follow it. Can you keep the left hip in line? Imagine you could open the thighs like a book, opening the legs. And then lift the chest, lift the arms, look over the right fingertips. From here, let's find triangle, press into the big toe of the right foot and straighten the right leg. Lift the kneecap. Once the leg goes straight, it's easy to sort of let the leg retire and let the bones do the work, but don't let it. Squeeze the muscles to the bone, keep that right leg really strong. Inhale to reach the right arm forwards and exhale to bring the right hand down onto the leg. Bring the left arm up towards the ceiling, lean the head back slightly. If you have a wall behind you, you can lean back into the wall or you can touch the wall with that top hand. Don't forget that right leg, keep it straight, keep it strong. Bring the left hand to the hip, look down towards that front foot and bend into the right knee. Take a few hops forwards with the left foot. And before you lift anything, you always want two things on the ground at the same time. So right now, 2 feet are on the ground. We're going to move to foot and right hand, right foot, right hand. So bring your right hand down onto the block. It should be about a foot in front of the foot and a little bit towards the right. Once your hand is down, then you can lift the back leg up. No higher than hip height. It should come straight out of the hip. Flex the left foot. Press into the right leg. Use the muscles of the right leg to lift up into the hip. Just one more breath, you got it. As you exhale, slowly bring that back foot down. Come all the way up. Straighten the legs, face forwards. Take a moment here. And we'll take the other side. You might need to adjust your position. So your right foot is going to be, the heel turns out slightly, so the toes are facing about 11 o'clock. The left foot moves forwards till it's about halfway on the mat. It's a more narrow warrior two for today. And then bend into that left knee so it's stacking right on top of the ankle. Find your legs. Notice what the left hip is doing, right hip is doing. Is it moving towards the knee? Is it resisting away from the knee? Can you find that place where it's right in the middle so the hips are even? Press into the feet. Open the legs like a book from the hip sockets. And then lengthen the chest up. Reach the arms wide. Look over the left fingertips. Warrior two, Virabhadrasana 2. Keep that lightness in the chest. Press into the big toe ball mound of the left foot. Straighten the left knee. Reach the left arm forwards, 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 and then reach it down towards the leg. The right arm might reach up towards the ceiling. Head likes to move forward here, so let it come backwards. Keep the legs straight, lift the kneecaps. Again, keep moving that head slightly backwards so you can feel that long neck on both sides, front and back of the neck. Now look down, bring the right hand to the hip, bend into the left knee. Step the right foot up a few steps and bring the left hand onto the block. Before you lift the right leg, flex the foot. Really fire up that leg and then tip forwards and lift that leg up, keeping the foot flexed the whole time. This is my favorite pose to do against a wall because you don't really have to worry about the balance. But if you're not at the wall, you really have to focus on that standing leg. But the more you focus on the standing leg, the more you forget about the right leg, and then the harder it is to balance. So see if you can keep your mind on both legs at the same time. One more breath. Start to bend into the left knee, slowly bring the right foot down and come all the way up to stand. Parallel the feet, bring the hands to the hips, take a moment. And then let's all come to a comfortable seat on the floor, legs straight out. So you might want to sit up on a block or two to lift the hips up a little bit, especially if the hamstrings are a little tight today. But you may have done enough work already to open the hamstrings. It's like 90 degrees here in Urbana today, so my hamstrings feel pretty warm. It's a hot yoga class for me today. Paschimottanasana. For this one, no cues. We're just gonna have a long spine. We're gonna have long legs, but you do the work. You do the cues. As you inhale, reach the arms. And as you exhale, tip forwards. It's a forward fold. We do this all the time. Take what you need today, trusting that you know what's interesting, what's going to be interesting and safe for you today. You know what the pose is, you know what it feels like, you know what it looks like. It's going to look and feel different. Let's see if you can make any adjustments that makes it more interesting for you today. One more breath, let your exhale be deep and complete. And then inhale to look forward. Exhale to lift the chest. Bend the right knee. And actually for today, use both hands behind the knee, like you're cradling it with the hands, and then lift the knee up. So then as you're lifting the knee up, you're pulling the skin of the knee to the sides. If that doesn't make sense, don't worry about it. But then you have a slightly deeper bend in the right knee than you're used to, baby. Open the right knee out to the side. Last week we did the bottom of the foot does not touch the leg, but if you wanted to touch the leg today, that's okay. Turn to face the left, taking a little twist. Press the right knee away from you. Push the left leg down into the floor. Lengthen the spine. And then face the left leg. Keep the leg strong. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, reach over that long leg. Maybe you can hold on to the foot or the calf or the ankle. Hold on to something. And use the arms to pull yourself forwards towards the foot. Elbows out to the side. Elbows lift up. Try to keep the back of the neck long, even though the elbows are lifting up. Strong left leg, press the right knee away, pull the left leg into the hip socket. As you inhale, look forward. And as you exhale, lift up. Bring the right hand outside the right hip onto the floor, left arm forwards. And then inhale, lift the hips up, lean the chest open. Point the left toes. Take one big circle with the left arm. And then exhale, slowly bring the hips down. Other side. Help the right knee up, help the right leg straight. And then use the hand on both hands on the back of the left knee and pull the left knee in so you're spreading the back of the knee to the sides. And then open the knee off to the left. You can always bring some support under the knee if it's lifted. And first, twist towards the right. Find the strength of the legs. Sometimes doing this twist makes you feel like you have more balance and more control in the hips. So see if you can tip onto the fronts of the sitting bones. Press the right leg down. Press the left knee down. We're not going for a deep twist here. We're just trying to find this alignment. And then turn to face the long leg. Inhale, reach the arms. Maintain that work. Exhale, forward fold. Jadnishirsasana A. Again, wherever you reach, can you hold on to both sides of the leg? Can you pull gently, pulling yourself towards the foot, elbows out to the side, elbows lift up. Let your exhale be deep and complete. We're not holding long. And then inhale, look forward. Exhale to unwind, lifting the chest. Bring the left hand outside the left hip, right arm forwards. Inhale, sweep the right arm up and back as you lift the hips. Take one big circle. You can lean the head back. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Help the knee up. Plant both feet on the floor. We're going to come to our backs. So if you need to reset where the hips are, this would be a good time. Always coming down intentionally. Reach the arms forwards. And exhale, slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. All the way onto your back. Happy baby. Pull the knees into the chest. And then bring the knees out to the side. You could hold onto the backs of the knees as you reach the heels towards the ceiling. And the knees down towards the armpits. If you've got more mobility, you could bring the arms inside the knees and reach for the ankles or the shins. Pulling the legs down, pressing the feet up. Knees stay bent. You could even hold on to the outside edges of the feet and do the same thing. If you're not feeling anything, try to bring the tailbone closer to the floor. But if you are feeling something, don't worry about that. That is just extra. You might rock side to side here. A baby would not take this pose very seriously. Try to bring the shoulders away from the ears down towards the floor. And when you're ready, pull the knees back into the chest, give them a squeeze. Let the knees fall towards the right. Open at least the left arm out to the side, maybe a cactus shape, maybe straight out into a T. Take a twist. For this twist, I'm not going to be super specific. So find a twist that feels interesting. Relax the bones down towards the floor. Keep your attention on the breath. Notice that internal dialogue that comes up when you're still. When you're trying to relax is when the brain says, okay, I can do my thing now. So notice where it goes, what comes up. Like you could witness it without getting stuck in it. Let your exhale be deep and complete. And then inhale to bring the knees to center. Take a moment before you move the knees towards the left. Taking your twist on the other side. Again, any arm variation is fine. Try to do the same thing you did on the other side. But if that doesn't work, it's okay. Letting the bones do the work here. Notice that internal dialogue again. And if it's bothering you, keep bringing your attention back to the breath over and over and over.
Take 1 or 2 more breaths. You can always stay longer if you like. And then use an inhale to bring yourself back to center. We're approaching Shavasana, so if there are any final movements you want to take, any final poses, now is a good time. Otherwise, you can make your way towards Shavasana, your final resting pose. Take what you need today, unrelated to what you needed yesterday. After you even out both sides and feel like you're ready for Shavasana, start to slow down the breath, moving your body into that final resting position. You feel ready? Maybe sigh out your next breath. Relax, release, and let go. Shavasana. Stay as long as you like. When you feel ready, begin to deepen the breath. Start to move the fingers and toes reluctantly. You might have a little ritual you like to take at the end of Shavasana. If nothing comes to mind, then just bring the hands to the belly. Bend the left knee, bend the right knee, and roll onto the right side, using your upper arm as a pillow. When you feel ready, press the hands into the floor and lift yourself back up to a comfortable seat. Find a long spine, shoulders back, lengthening the back of the body and the front of the body equally. Allow the breath to move from the low ribs to the top ribs. From the back ribs to the front ribs. Thank yourself for showing up. Thank your body for working for you. Gratitude for the practice and its lineage. When you're ready, let your exhale be deep and complete as you lengthen through the spine, maybe lower the chin slightly. And then inhale through the nose. Exhale, open mouth, sigh. Inhale, nose. Exhale, mouth. Last time, inhale. And exhale, let it go. Thank you for coming. Such an honor to share this practice with you. Let me know if you have any questions.